Morning, everybody. This is Monday morning. We're going to do a video today on a walking tractor. This one right here, I've got several walking tractors. I got a Midland, I've got a Chore Master, I've got a Gravely, and got a wheel horse. And this one right here, I bought it. I thought it was a Midland, but it's a Simplicity. Anyway, they made these in the 40s and 30s and stuff. Take the place of a steamer horse. Then I seen this and I wanted it. It's got a braking plow on it. I didn't have one braking plow. My daddy had a David Bradley with a braking plow when I was a kid. So I bought it. And I don't hear real well. And the guy was telling me something about this motor. Engine that was on it right here.
Oh.
And he was saying it was I know I heard him say it was a Wisconsin. And I'm looking on the side of it, and it says BS on there. That stands for Briggs and Stratton. So I know he don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, but I give him $75 for it. Because I wanted it. Something like this auction, I buy it for about $20. Anyway, but I added it to the collection. Well, I got out here, and boy, I was going to use it. So I looked at the gas in the tank, and it was kind of syrupy and that. So I took the tank off and cleaned it out and cleaned the carburetor and all that and everything. And it wasn't making any spark. So I got down there, and there's a little box on the side of the engine around here. I filed the points, so I got it making spark. Right there's the points.
Ah.
There's a little cover goes over it. I don't know where it got. Here's a little cover. Comes this, see that little cover?
Uh-huh. I see the little cover.
Okay, the points is under there rather than being behind the flywheel.
Mm-hmm.
So I dribble a little gas down the spark plug hole and put spark plug in. It's got a recoil. It don't got a recoil. You wrap a rope around this right here.
Uh-huh.
And I wrap that rope around there. Here's the rope there. Got a wooden handle and all that. I wrap that rope around.
You're going to have to hold it still, mister.
I get down there and I give her a tug.
Uh-huh.
Lo and behold, something very unusual happened. It just started the first pull, sit there and idle, and I let it sit there and idle a little bit. I reached down there and got a hold of that throttle, and I blipped that throttle, revved it up just a little bit. As soon as I did, it got real quiet. And I looked down, and that pulley was spinning over 10,000 RPM. And I pretty much know what happened.
So do I.
So, yeah. Get blowed up.
Yep.
So, I take the bottom of that thing off. And there's the carnage. There's part of the rod.
Put it down so I can see it. Okay, let me find your hand. Dadgum. Yes, there it is.
There's some more of the rod. That goes down towards the bottom, splashes the oil.
Oh, well, we need splashing.
And somebody had made themselves.
Yeah, I see.
An insert bearing.
Uh-huh, I see.
And put in there. And, of course, it welded to the crank.
Uh-huh.
It had oil in it. I made sure that.
Died.
It welded itself to the crank and broke that rod all to pieces and it blowed up.
Uh-huh.
So, what I've decided to do, I got this Kohler motor.
This is a pretty looking plow.
Anyway, I got this Kohler engine.
Behind tractor, whatever you want to call the thing.
And the shaft's the same size as that shaft there, so that pulley will fit on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it don't bolt
I like
right
that
on
muffler.
Here.
There's a plumber looking for all of his pipes.
Anyway, it don't bolt right on here. So I'm going to have to build me some brackets and this and that. So that's
You can do it.
Yeah, that'll be a wintertime job. Something to do in the shop when you got a fire and a wood stove, you know. Peel around with it. But them Kohler motors is good engines. I've got one on a wheel horse tiller, and I got another one on a wood chipper, and I got another one on one of them starting units. It's fired up, and it'll put out 12 or 24 volts. You can just hook it to a semi truck and it'll start it up.
That
That
come.
was Debbie's
That's pretty
daddy's
good.
old starting unit.
Oh,
I bought
cool.
it as a estate sale.
Cool. See, that's still got water in it. We got
Well,
some
won't hurt
rain last
nothing.
night, everyone. We
It won't
sure
hurt
enjoyed
anything.
it. I know it won't hurt you. You don't do the laundry.
I want to tell a story today. And it ain't got nothing to
Oh
do.
dear.
It ain't got nothing to do with tractors or junk or none of that stuff. Uh, I was driving this old Peterbilt, full of 48-foot end dump, and I was hauling stuff in for a cattle feed lot. And they gave me a call. I'd been up early that day, and springtime. I'd been working on a garden or something, but I got up daylight. They called me late in the afternoon, wanted me to go to Palestine, Illinois, and get a load of what they call wet cake. It's that dry brewer's grain with the dirty corn syrup added back into it, sour mash, whatever you want to call it.
Yucky.
So about 6 o'clock that evening, I leave out. It takes 7 hours to drive up there in that old truck because it's a 13-speed truck, but when you put it over in 13th, it vibrated. So I always drove it in 12th, which that's direct. It didn't vibrate there, and it liked to run 58 mile an hour. So I just drove it, put set the cruise control on 58 mile an hour and drove up there. But anyway, it took me about 6-7 hours to drive up there. Got up there in the middle of the night, and them guys load 24/7. So we went out there and they put a load on the old truck. I scaled out and come back home. Well, it was the next day when I got home. And I hadn't slept in over 24 hours, I was out of hours legally and this and that, but, that ain't nothing for me. Back when I was young, I'd drive 2 days at a time without sleeping. Anyway, but I was a little sleepy, and I come in. Debbie fixed me some breakfast and that, and I ate that. She said she had to go to Walmart. And I said, I need some stuff from Walmart. I'll go with you.
I could have went by myself.
I know, but I went. And we went over to the automotive side of Walmart first, and I got what I wanted and put it in a shopping cart. And she went on with her shopping. I went back out the truck. It was a warm spring day, maybe just starting to be a little bit on the warm side. Sun shining there. I kicked that seat on back, leaned back in that seat, and boy, I want to sleep just like that. But, that door's locked in the old truck, windows up. Fell asleep. She'll wake me up when she comes back. And I'm a dreaming and laying there and I hearing all these sirens and stuff. But I, it was interrupting my dream, I guess. This and that. They kept getting louder and louder and louder. All of a sudden, I realized somebody's beating on the door glass. And I wake up and look, and it's this little old sheriff, young kid. I knew his mother. Anyway, I rolled the window down. He said, "Bud, are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah." So I was just sleeping. And he was sleeping. I said, "Yeah, there's no law against sleeping, is there?" No. And I look around, and all these ambulances and cop cars and first responders all ganged up around my truck. I mean, quite a few of them. And he starts in, he said, "Well, all these people and all this has come. Who's going to pay for all this?" And I looked at him, I said, "Well," he said, "we got a call, 911 call about a dead man in a truck." And I said, I know I look bad, but do I look dead? And he made me kind of mad, waking me up, And he said, "Well, who's going to pay for all this?" I said, "Well, you can let whoever made that crank 911 call, you can let them pay for it. What the other did was knocked on the window like you did and asked if the old man was still alive. And he didn't much like that, but there's nothing he could do. I was awake then. They all laughed, and I started laughing. This cart pusher.
Jason.
He seen that commotion over there, and Debbie used to work there at that Walmart, and everybody knowed her. He come over and wanted to know what was going on. I told him. We was laughing. I was still kind of laughing about it. And he went on with his cart pushing there. He was ganging up carts around close to where I was at. And she come out and wanted to know what I thought was so funny. She's looking around at her cart and her purse and this and that, and thinking I'm laughing at her. I tell her, and and I said, well, ask Jason. So she asked him, and he told me, yeah, like 50 people showed up. And I said, yeah, I told that sheriff, I knew I looked bad, but I didn't think I would look that bad. So we went on. At the end of that, 2 weeks later,
I know
this
is sad.
This guy we know, a little older than me, and his wife had died, and he lived by himself, kind of really close, didn't mess around much, just kept himself to himself. And he went down that Price Chopper grocery, and he went in there and they fixed takeout meals. And being he ain't no wife cook for him, he'd go down there and get them takeout meals. And he got him one of them takeout meals and went back out to his car. And he had this lime green colored 65 Chevrolet Super Sport, 2-door hardtop. And he get down his old car there, and apparently he had a heart attack or something. He died right there on that parking lot.
Yeah, that's sad.
And he sit there in that 90-degree heat 5 days.
Now that's terrible.
And who found him was some of his relatives got to noticing he was gone, and they went looking for him and spotted his car. They asked somebody about it, and they said, well, we seen his car down there at Price Chopper. They went down there and they found him down there. He'd sit in that car dead for 5 days. And
bad.
So that's the way it works.
Bad.
Debbie says it's my fault.
Yeah, it is. It's your fault.
Why is it my fault?
Because of what happened at Walmart.
Oh, they was thinking that's just Randall or somebody like him. They're just sleeping.
Yep. Yeah, they probably thought he
Somebody
just
called
sleeping.
911. There's that guy in this old Chevy down here in the park. Price Chopper. Oh, he's all right. He just taking a nap.
Yeah, it's just Randy.
We ain't gonna go on in one of them crank dead man in the car. but anyway, it ain't funny somebody died.
No, it's very sad.
But we'll all get there eventually. Anyway, so I guess I'll call this done and good. And goodbye and good luck to you. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Helen. Please like and subscribe. Bye.